Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Learn to appreciate good women. You know what, man? There's plenty of dudes, especially on social media, who complain about, well, let's call it what it is, female fuckery, right? And what this woman is doing is that woman is doing. That woman is ratchet. That woman got 6 kids by 6 different men. All that stuff, right? And, that's cool. But you know what, man? We know it. We know it. The thing is, how much time can any man, and this go beyond social media, just in life, spend dealing with the bad women? One of the things that men have to do is appreciate when they do get a good woman. And I know this happens. I did a video on how many women have a cutter. But the reality is many men have a cutter too. And I've heard many a dude say, you know what, that was a good woman right there. I should have hung out with her. I should have stayed with it. Maybe I say instead of a coulda, I say I shoulda. Let me shout out the mayor of New York, who I think is a comedian in real life. He used that term, shoulda, right? Many men have that. Fellas, sometimes, we can get so caught up in what these bad women are doing that when we come across a good woman, we get shell-shocked. True story. I don't think Uncle Rom has told any stories in a while, right? I remember I was at this event. It was I'll say it's a homeschooling event. I can't because when I was married, my wife and I homeschooled our sons, right? Oh yeah, Rom's on some other political shit sometime, but that's a whole other channel. Anyway, right, so we were homeschooling our sons, and we were part of a homeschooling collective, right? And I remember there was a ceremony, the kids had done all right. It was kind of like a jive graduation type ceremony or recognition ceremony, right? So we were at the house of one of these parents, right? And, I remember I was in the kitchen, and I was dealing with the wife, the woman who lived there, right? And I remember there was something that just needed to be moved, right? And, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I just said, being a gentleman, I said, hey, where do you want this? And she was like, oh, wherever you want to put it. And she was just so sweet, and, and I was just like, I had to stop for a second, because I was like, man, hold up, there's a black woman who is deferring? Because I ain't gonna lie, let's just be real. Sometimes it's like a power struggle sometimes. And sometimes, I'm in a good mood. I was just, I'll just pick up something and just put it. And other times I'm like, you better deal with it yourself. I was in a good mood. Maybe because her energy seeped through before she really said anything. And she was just the most compliant type of woman. I had to go shake her husband's hand. I was like, God damn. You got good women out there. You got good women, but sometimes as men, and this ain't just a black male thing, man. This is all the way across. Sometimes as men, we get in such a combat mode with some of these women, power struggle with these women. Like we meet a woman who's compliant, cooperative and stuff. We don't know what to do right away. And then a lot of guys, they get so caught up into it. They get so caught up into the game with the ratchets and the women trying to play them. They get that good woman, they don't know what to do with them. And this really is, I gotta say this. We can, what, fellas? We can call out the bad shit, but we gotta take some stuff on ourselves too. Sometimes if we get these good women, sometimes we forget it. We got that shoulda, or we weren't as nice as we could have been. And it's like, nah, that kind of hurts things. That kind of hurts things, because I'm going to tell you what. Men showing these good women some real love. And it's not even about having sex with them, yo. It's not even about having sex with them. You know, sometimes it might be a situation you ain't really attracted to them. That's when you just be cool with them, though. Be cool with them. And if they show some interest in you, you don't return that interest, you just be honest with them, right? Just be honest. Just say, you know what? I'm not feeling you that way. I mean, you know, it's cool. We can be friends and all of that. But, you know, I'm really not, you're a good person. Now, that's just in a situation you're not feeling. If you feeling her, yeah, get out. You gotta kind of like, you gotta be nice to her. You gotta be nice to her. Now, I know, that show I've been reviewing, Insecure. You know, there was a situation with Lawrence and Tasha, right? And I even did a video on that. But that's some real shit. That's some real shit. Because sometimes as men, we gotta take responsibility for what we do. You know, and I know the booty's good, and some dudes say, yeah, get that shit anyway. But if you know you ain't really feeling a woman, because I'm gonna tell you the truth, I've been with I'll say quite a few women, right? There's been some women I didn't have sex with that I could have. They were ready to throw it and everything, but I just looked at the situation. They had genuine good hearts. They were genuinely good people. I was just like, nah, baby. You know what? I'd look at them and say like this. I've looked some women in the eye and say, look, I know you interested in something else and all of that. The most I want from you is sex. You know, you can go mode 1 on them. Tell them I don't want it. Seriously, I just tell them, look, I don't want a relationship. I just want sex. Now, some women will lie and say, oh, yeah, you know, I just want sex too. Well, whatever. If y'all go for it anyway, fine. But as a man, you just gotta look at them and just be honest with them, especially if they really good, and y'all know they out there. Y'all know they out there, but we got, you know what, treat them well. And then if you're in a relationship with them, man, don't be fronting on them. Don't be fronting on them, because you know that's something I did, and my boys had to call me out. They were dogs themselves. They had to call me out. That was a bad part. These were dogs themselves. They were like, hold up, Rob, that woman a good woman, man. Why are you fucking around? And, you know, you gotta do that, dude. It's like as men, and you know, like I said, this goes across the board. So before any sisters come on here and say, hey, these black men do, no, white men need to do it too, and Asian men, because it goes across the board. If you get a good woman, like a genuinely good woman, she's cooperative, she all this, you know, first of all, just be honest about your intentions with her, so you don't have to lie to her, and treat her well. Now, I just did a video about these guys who, you know, get away with being bad boys and jerks. And that don't mean you have to be. You know, if you get a woman you can chill with her, you don't have to act all crazy. You know, at least be straight, just be straight up with her. Even in a situation where the relationship fizzles out, you can still be cool with them. You can still be cool with them. You can still treat them well. Because even in the fizzling out, you could say, you know what, I'm just growing to a different point, baby. So, you know, want this to be, you know, want everything to go on a cool basis. And, you know, sometimes the women might handle that, you know. And I've had a lot of women, they've just told me straight up, like the women I told that I just wanted to have sex with, some of them were like, well, shit, motherfucker, that's all I want with you. And so we go do our thing. But then some would like, you know what, thank you. You know, and I was like, and some of them I would see and they get with a good guy later on. I was cool with it. I was like, damn, you know, that's a good woman. I just wasn't feeling it. Like, just all the way around. And then, like I said, if you got one in a relationship, you know, just show some appreciation. You know, show some appreciation. Be in the moment. Don't be thinking, you know, you got that good woman right there. Don't be thinking about some other woman across town just because she got a fat ass or something. You know. You know, as long as that woman treating you right, be there and enjoy the shit. Now, stuff comes up, and it does. Because, look, see, here's the thing. Being with a good woman don't mean you have to spend the rest of your life with her or propose marriage to her. You know, sometimes the reality is most relationships are really meant to be temporary anyway. You know, you ain't meant to last there. Some things are just for a season. Sometimes you gotta recognize that. In fact, if we live more civilized, we would get with somebody, have a part, you know, we know it's breaking up, maybe have that severance sex. And I talked about that in the video. I had that with a very good woman, man. She was supportive, all that shit. But I ain't gonna get into the circumstances, but we weren't gonna be together long term. We had some great severance sex. That shit, oh my goodness. Good Lord. People had that makeup sex, man. Severance sex with fellas, I'm gonna tell you what, nothing better than severance sex. Like that last time with somebody, for whatever reason, maybe the person moving away, maybe, there's just some circumstances y'all really can't be together. Oh, that's severance sex. All right, let me get a little vulgar. Severance pussy. Oh, man. That's some great shit. But if a person cool, like that particular woman, hey, man, she was a really good woman, man. Supportive, all that stuff. Could just chill with a brother. So, but I was appreciating it. I was treating her well. And that's important, man. Because it's interesting. Even some players know that, man. Some real true to the game players. There's just some women. It's like, you know what? Says this who I am. I don't really want to hurt you. Right? Now some cold-blooded ones don't give a shit. But, that's another... They just got that good dick game and shit, so they can get away with it. But anyway, right? Learn to appreciate good women, fellas. Seriously. And you know what? On a practical level, if y'all really want to get back at these ratchet type women, these women talking all crazy and doing all this stupid shit, get a woman and treat her well. That says thousands. When that woman, you know what? When you carrying shit for that woman to her car, or you out, you walking with that woman and you closest to the street, and she could see that y'all feeling each other, those ratchet types, those women who want to bash men and all that, when they see that, oh, trust me, that'll hurt them more than anything you say. If you really want to get back at them, take some other woman and treat her like you cherish her, like you appreciate her. Trust me, I guarantee a portion of the ones acting crazy will start changing up their behavior because they want that thing. And you don't have to say one word. You don't have to do one video. You don't have to write pen one letter. I'm talking about the bad one. If the women seeing the good ones treated well, oh no, they gonna want that, and that's what's gonna make them start looking in the mirror. So on a practical level, on many levels, just learning to appreciate good women works. So anyway, y'all, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.